Mr. Blitz Tech.
Revenue GS.
J1 Further Simoners.
And welcome to the season finale of Andor discussion. Road to 100k. Do the right thing, as always.
100.
What did I say?
100.
Did I say 200? 100? That's what happens when we haven't been here for a minute. Still, 200k. Now, without further ado, gents, your thoughts on this episode, the season, what you liked, what you didn't like, characters, stories, arcs. The floor is yours. Hey, what's good, fam? If you enjoyed this video, check out our TCN community where you will get private Discord access to join us in chatting about all things movies and trailers, participating in our debates, and even submit your requests on which ones we watch. You also get access to our full movies, animes, and series reactions, so don't miss out. The link to join the community will be pinned comment.
I mean, I think it was an okay season. I just like the characters that I thought were gonna be more present. I think they should just allowed a lot of characters because their arcs just felt kind of meh throughout. Andor, I felt like he was actually pretty good, thank God, because he felt near or there. But then I feel like once you see the Arjona story, is actually like pretty good. The officers at the end, I feel like their arcs was pretty good as well. But then, like I said, there was some characters like, why are you? I don't get like Mothra is just the biggest criminal of this whole thing. Like, sorry, but she's the like. I don't know if they are trying to make us hate her, to then later on for something to be paying off. But it's like, bruv, the character's mad.
Yeah, definitely, man. I want to dive on a more Mothra thing because it's like, I think it's not that they're trying to make us hate her. I think they're trying to make her seem like she's in a possible position, so we sympathize with the decisions that she's making. Like, oh, I'm trying to do something for good, so I've spent all this money. But now I have to team up with someone I don't want to team up with and sell my daughter down the river because of... And then this is where it gets weird because it's all the decisions that you've made that have led you to this, but they try to frame it like she's been boxed into this position. And they don't frame it very well of her being boxed into the position because her cousin, who's also a bit wayward at times, went a completely different way and just said, yo, I'm boots on the ground, I'm taking a blaster, I'm taking this thing into my own hands, while she tried to stay in politics. And politics is corrupt, bruv. No matter what side of it you're on, like, you're moving mad. Yeah. And that's what she's doing, innit? So, I don't really, like, bruv. Do you know when you say she's criminal? For me, she's criminal because of how much screen time she stole this season. That's criminal to me. Because I feel like there could have been other... Like, you see... the guy, I know he's going to have a more prominent role in season 2, but I would have liked to spend way more time with him.
Talking about the collector?
The Ginger General.
Oh, right.
Because he's way more intriguing. He's got, like, his motivation is so much better. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I know Mothra is a huge character in Star Wars lore, but I feel like these man kind of Boba Fetted it here, where it's like, we've got to include her, and we've got to make her be doing something, and then it just, for me, kind of just, get me. In terms of the season, I feel like the season was good, man. I feel like it was a good season. I'm happy with the season. I'm kind of disappointed with the finale. And I think the finale just, no episodes hit as hard as episode 6. I feel like from episode 6, it was just kind of like, and I don't know if that's the directing on that or just the mission that they had to do there, but it was almost just like they could never recover that much energy. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think the biggest standout for me is Andy Serkis, bruv. Because if Andy Serkis weren't in those prison episodes, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could have got very sticky, man. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, it was a bit of an up and down throughout, I want to say, till the last 3 episodes. The last 3 episodes that we've just hit, it's been up and down, obviously, with characters and stuff like that. my biggest hit, obviously you've mentioned Handy Circus, but for me as well was sorry, I always cannot pronounce your name, but the collector who's got everything wrapped up. Jesus Christ, give this man an award because he went fully in line. I really hope that we get to see more of his stuff, because obviously there was a couple of episodes he went missing. Again, like stuff that we could have been given more with him working with his assistants at the shop, or how he's manipulating things, just getting more into his psyche and the reason why he makes stuff. Obviously he doesn't mind sacrificing certain characters, you know, because, you know, he overlooks everything instead of just the minuscule things. Do you know what I mean? So I really loved his character, the way he moved, the speech of the one episode 6 when he's being questioned like, by one of his infiltrators, like, I've sacrificed so much, what have you done? And he just kills it. Like, I feel like just for that monologue, like he has to get like an award or something, because the guy went stupid hard, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's one of those actors who you always see him in like really good movies, and like I guess it could be the case where it's like you're so used to him just being like that good actor that it kind of can go over your head that like, no, this guy's more than a good actor. He's actually a very, very good actor. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like this episode, super sick. I liked how it ended. Also, the things that will transpire to the second season, I want to see how, you know, with Andor's mom passing away, obviously him making that decision, because one of the things that we spoke about this season is like he's always been pulled into scenarios since he was a kid, and nothing was of his own decision. And today he finally gets here when his mom passes away, and obviously the message that he receives, like he got some sort of confirmation for himself to be like, yo, everything that you've been doing, everything that you feel, go with that. And the decision he makes it at the end when he goes to my man and be like, yo, are you gonna kill me or take me in? There's no other way for me. I'm in it to the day I die. Do you know what I'm saying? So
I like that, and I like what you said, Sam, about we had been questioning Andor's arc the whole time, like, oh, how's he gonna get to the Rogue One thing? And I like that it took so long but made sense at the end. Do you know what I'm saying? But then it also, like, bruv, the format of this thing just, again, I feel like was a bit weird, like the first 3 episodes and then the week-to-week thing. I feel like it was just a bit disjointed there, but I'm glad at the end he comes to this decision. But at the same time, it just takes me back to, I think it's episode 3, when he meets man for the first time, and man's like, yo, I'm trying to recruit you, bro. And that's the only reason why, in the end, he came to kill him. Because if Andor had made the decision in episode 3, yo, I'm going with you, they wouldn't be where they're at right now. So, obviously, Andor had to go through his journey and realize, oh, I'm a struggler. There's nothing, Andor tried to live bare different lives. There's nothing there for you besides this, bro. So, it's kind of mad. But then it also takes me back to his mum and the husband kidnapping him as a youth. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, I hear what you're saying in terms of her giving him the confirmation that what he feels is right and what he's supposed to do is right, but I don't even know if this was supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? His life in general. Yeah. Because he was over there somewhere else doing something else, and I don't want him to forget the mission about his sister. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's gone.
I know it's gone, and I don't rate that at all. That has really bugged me, because I've been waiting for that to come back. I've been waiting for him to.
I've forgotten about it.
This is the problem.
Forgotten
that
about
is
it.
terrible.
You just mentioned it.
That's actually terrible, bro. Because they started there. They started there, and he gets kidnapped, and then he forgets that whole mission, bruv. Like, I don't understand.
Wasn't there an episode where someone says, "Oh, she's gone forever" or something? Like
so what?
They speak
so
about
what?
It. No, I'm just trying to remember like the bits, because I had completely forgotten about it. Like the whole sister. I forgot he had a sister.
That's a draw. the thing is, everyone can forget, Andor can't, bro.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Right. And that's the one thing that I like. I'm just like, that's weird to me, bro. Because like, no offense to the mum, but the mum wrapped you, and you know what I'm saying, forced you into living this life. You've been trying to find her. That's why you killed the man them in the beginning. Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it goes back to what he says at the end, where it's like, oh, he always comes back.
yeah. Oh, she'll find us.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah, I'll find you. It's like,
that line,
the first person you was looking for.
Oh, that's sticky.
Yeah, man. So
sticky.
it's that. And like I was saying, like I think the finale was kind of underwhelming in terms of like the mum's speech. I thought was just, it wasn't of the level of writing that the other speeches that we was talking about. I think Andor had one in there. The guy you're talking about had one in there, and Circus had one in there where it goes like it punches you in the neck. And I feel like I'm in there. I'm listening to the speech from the mum. I'm waiting for her to, you know what I'm saying? And even when she got to the part where she was talking about, yo, we gotta fight the Empire, and when she's like, yo, if I could do it again, I'd wake up early on that. I thought there she was gonna go in, and it just never got there. And even like as the conflict's going on, it's like there's so many mixed emotions and stuff like that. I liked the episode, but it just didn't like land as hard as the season finale I thought it would when episode 6 was, bruv, I gotta keep coming back to it, bruv, because episode 6, bruv, is probably, it's got to be one of the best Star Wars episodes from the shows that man's had, bruv. And I thought like this finale, everything had, like the way they had branched everything off and brought everything back, everyone being in the town, everyone being at Rix Road, the place where it started, where man blew them up the first time, what led to the garrison coming back here. I was like, yo, it needs to actually go off here, and it goes off.
you know what?
Like
I would say, Andy Serkis. Like I feel like not everyone can take it.
No way, she's a big actress.
I'm not saying she's not, bro. But
Andy Serkis wasn't present in episode 6.
Exactly, bro.
Are you talking about the who was you talking about for the episode 6?
No.
There's no dialogue. Firstly, I'm not talking about the dialogue in episode 6. I'm just talking about episode 6 as a whole being the best episode. And then I'm talking about the writing per whenever someone's doing a monologue, there's like 3 big monologues in the whole season, yeah? And I felt like the one at the end should have been better from the bar that they set previously. They set, and that's, I feel like a little bit of my disappointment with the finale as well, with season, I think it's like episode 3 and episode 6, fire. Even the 2 episodes before this, it's good, and it's building. And I just felt like this one was gonna hit harder emotionally. Yeah, and I think that's, especially with the funeral, bruv, like, yeah, man. And like, just the rebels coming together, all of that, man. I thought it was gonna hit harder. And even the Collector, it's funny for me because when he came to kill Andor, I'm like, alright, cool, makes sense. But I felt that he should have been inspired, because he doesn't know that town just became a rebel outpost, fam. Like, off of the speech, you know what I'm saying? And the things that in the speech that she was saying about there's people fighting, and with like the rebel, it's not even him, it's the youth. You see the youth who was writing the book, I think they did a voiceover dialogue of him saying there's pockets of rebellions all over the universe, and they don't know they're activating, but every time they do something, they're fighting the cause. Do you know what I'm saying? And then she goes in with the darkness is growing. Like, and I'm just like, it just, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to give her a standing ovation, but it never got there. Do you know what I'm saying? But good episode, bro. I like it, man.
I liked it as well. I like that we finally got that sense of Rogue One battle feel. Like I feel like that was the first time we've got it, which makes sense. Obviously, this is a journey. So obviously, getting to the last episode, which pretty much is the starting point of Rogue One. So I'm expecting next season to have more of that feel, more of that Rogue One feel, which is something that man was looking forward to this whole time, innit?
That's why I gotta disagree, because if this is a standalone season, I just feel like, as a casual viewer, I don't know. Most people I feel like would jump off here.
I agree with you,
but because you have Rogue One at the end.
What if you never watched Rogue One? And what if you don't know this is season 2?
Yeah, but without Rogue One, there isn't this, bruv. And
no,
so as a person, okay, hold on. As a person who's, we're gonna, we got Rogue One here, yeah?
Yeah.
And then it's like, we're gonna start off, we're gonna go all the way back and build up to here. So obviously the journey it's gonna increase until you get to Rogue One.
Bro,
So
I
you
disagree.
can't just think of standalone, because it's not just gonna be a
Got to.
standalone, because it's gonna go from one point to the other.
But what if you've never watched Rogue One? And what if you don't know this is season? Bro, these things have to stand by themselves. And I feel like
No, I hear
this
that.
is okay.
I
the same
hear
thing
that.
with the Star Wars prequels. If number one wasn't great, or there wasn't like fans behind it, number 2 and 3 wouldn't exist, even though there was the middle sequels. You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think they're gonna think
they have.
like that to
They
be
have
like,
to.
because I'm pretty sure there's a plan to it for them to that whole pathway to get to Rogue One. That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, but for me, I can say, but for me, I feel like this is like pretty tough. Like I thought this was like okay, because like you're saying, they had that arc of episode 1 to 3. Like episode 1 was okay, number 2 was number 3 was a banger. Again with 4, 5, and 6, same thing. And then I think this was like what 8, 9. They were like all just weird episodes, very very weird. And like Jason as well, like this finale, I don't feel like I said, the finale I thought was like the pacing was weird. Like before they got off to the whole speech thing, I was like, all right, they're trying to make sure everyone's come to this whole thing, but the tension and everything was kind of like mismatched compared to what like episode 6 just destroyed this whole season.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like, I hate to keep making
it never recovered, bro. It never recovered
yeah.
from episode 6, bro.
Like episode 6, episode 3, the last prison break one, which was episode 10.
So you're saying you didn't feel the tension the last 2 episodes
Compared to those episodes, bro.
It's not even close, bro.
They couldn't match, which I find extremely weird when they knew when they would have come to this conclusion. It's like, how do you put those that kind of energy into those episodes, and this is your finale, but then I feel like it's like, oh, we've got another season, and we've got Rogue One. The thing is mad, bro.
The last 2 episodes, the tension I was in like tense from the beginning to the end. The last 2 episodes. The last 2 episodes for me, like I've been on the edge of the seat, like from beginning to end. The last 2 episodes, like for me, like the music, everything they've done, like the speech, Andy Serkis talking, the prison break, like even Andy Serkis not being able to be that guy, to be the voice of everyone, and then he's the one who doesn't make it. To me, that was like raw, but that's Rogue One-ish. Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're the guy making things happening, but then you're not coming out of here alive. Do you know what I'm saying? So to me, the last 2 episodes, the tension was there for me.
So that's episode 10, right?
This is what, 11?
This is 12.
This is 12. So
episode
11,
10 is
11, and 12.
So 11, what happened in 11 then?
11 is the one with the collector giving the speech at the end to my guy.
Exactly. So you have to get to the end to get, bro, what happened in the actual episode though? This is what I'm saying. Like, there's pockets of episodes where it's like they feel like filler.
I'd never felt like that.
But then you're not talking what happened in episode 11.
Not the last 2. Not the last 2.
Bro.
The episode 11, we find out that the guy was infiltrated. He's the one that worked for the women. The guy that we was always like, oh, he's doing too much whenever he steps in. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he wanted to come out because he's been infiltrated for so long. And he's like, no, like, we can't let you go because you've been in this thing for so long. And he goes back to Saul Guerrero as well. And this is where he tells Saul Guerrero, oh, like, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice this guy.
Is that the same episode when he was in space?
Yeah, that's the one when he runs out. Yeah, the last one.
So that's what I mean. Like, for me, the episodes just feel mad.
Maybe.
Where it's like, there's like pockets of good stuff here and there, and then there's good episodes, but as like for me as a general season, I just feel like it's just okay. And I feel like with the production on this kind of stuff, you can't be having like an okay like season. Especially, I'm hoping season 2 is like way better than this. Because obviously, like you're saying, there's Rogue One, which is outstanding, but it's like that precedent that you're setting yourself with, again, episode 6 and these other episodes, I feel like every episode should be banging like that. Every single episode. Even if you just have an episode for each character, I feel like it would be way better than trying to do an ensemble of everyone trying to, you see this bit here, you see that bit there, and you're like, bro, this is all dead because I'm trying to focus on my man doing this, and then you got Mothra doing something over here, which I don't care about. Which which hasn't even paid off here, bro.
But and I was actually gonna jump on that as well with the Sol Guerrera stuff. That Sol Guerrera stuff means nothing. Or if you took Sol Guerrera out the whole season, bro, it means nothing. But it's the same with the Mon Mothma stuff. We need to put them in. We need some reasons to link it heavily to Rogue One. That it's bro. It takes you out of what they're giving us here, and this is probably why Episode 6 is the best, bro. Because Episode 6, it ends in Episode 6, but 4, 5, and 6, that there is the most Rogue One energy in this whole thing, and it stops at the end of there, bro.
What happened at 4, 5?
So like 4 and 5 is it's just the build up to the heist.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The whole build up to the heist, the other 2 episodes, him joining the people on the planet, them not trusting him, the seeding of the descent, them man having to go to the thing, like all of that, bro. All of that is for me was the best stuff here. And it's like the rest of the season, it's not bad, it's just cool, it's fine, but and this is why the finale's disappointing, because there is no conclusion to the stuff. Like Mon Mothma's conclusion to this season is her lying to her husband's face in the back seat and the driver listening.
And then agreeing to something she's like,
you're not gonna do this, bruv.
Like be the like you said, if it's in politics, like at least show her saying, okay, I'm willing to now having to do more dirty stuff regardless. But they're only showing that at the end when that should have been her whole journey. Oh, this guy's a fuck, but then you're still in the room with man, and then you're saying no. Man's leaving saying you're gonna think about it though, and then you're here, like your face all screwed up,
doing the introduction,
doing the thing, bro. Like, and the funny thing about that is like, one is your tradition, and your daughter's in on it. Not like the daughter's like
she wants to do it because she's a pure.
No, daughter wants it.
Yeah, I rate
she's
that.
the one who doesn't rate the tradition.
I rate that. I rate that the daughter rates tradition as well, and that she's backing it, bruv. So like, if she's tapped on another level, because if the daughter goes, she's now the daughter of a thug. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's what blows my mind the most. Where it's like, I don't hate the father because again, like they've always put their family against her. So it's like, oh, I'm with the dad
and the daughter.
You're now lying on the dad, saying, "Oh, you're gambling again." Man's like, "I've made this thing. I'm not gambling anymore. What are you talking about?" My man's now feeding information to the Empire. I'm like, rah, she just, for me, it looks mad. But that I feel like if there was episodes of, I hate time skips in the episode, but if there was episodes of this happened and then time skip, then that happened and time skip, and you're seeing her being like, she's there moving pieces on her own board, I would enjoy that a bit more. But like you're saying, if she's just being a passenger of a vehicle that she doesn't want to be involved in, but it's like, oh, okay, that's crazy. But I feel like just cut that out or make it a bit more interesting. But like you said, everyone else's character was like really cool. Especially like the collector, like you said, he's one of the best.
Yeah, he absolutely killed it, man.
I'm glad Cassian came through because
he was up and down for a little bit.
Yeah, but like I said, I feel like if we rewatch this, most episodes would bang us. 4, 5, and 6. We came into that. Episode 4 was dead, bro. Then you watch 5, you're like, oh, now it makes more sense. Then you watch 6, like, oh, this is a sick arc. I feel like watching everything all over again, then you piece together more like the character development of each character. But the way they've skewed up the pacing and chopping up 2 minutes here and then 10 minutes for this person and 5 minutes, it's just a bit jaggedy. It's just too jaggedy.
It's like times in the episode they're like, oh, we forgot about this character, let's cut to them. And even with the Ginger General, you think about him, it's like half the episodes are just him at home with his mum coming in his room being like, yo, shut up, go to work.
Yeah.
Like they do that like 3-4 times and it's just like, yo.
And he's a legit character.
He's so underutilized this season. Like next season, bruv, he's got to go stupid. But at the same time, like, that shouldn't have to be the expectation. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bit mad. So,
what are you man rating this episode?
I gotta give this episode a 3.5, man. I want to give it more, but I can't. Like, I feel like this episode fully encapsulates the whole season. Do you know what I'm saying? It's good. It's good. It's good.
I'll give it a 3. Like I said, it was good, but like half the episode of, like, I don't feel like they drummed up the tension enough before the funeral. When the funeral started to hit, I was like, oh, I could tell stuff is about to go down. Like the whole orchestra, them man walking towards the people who are trying to keep them in, like, boxing and stuff. That for me is when the tension started. But before that, it didn't feel like again, episode 6, where you knew that pieces were happening, and then it's like things were also going wrong against the plan.
How vital this moment was.
Should be, yeah.
Because and this is why I was bringing it to the collector and being like, yo, he should be leaving here inspired, knowing that this little town that has been getting occupied is actually now like almost like a rebel outpost. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like that. Like for me, this was a monumental moment where it's like, yo, a bunch of regular civilians stood up to the Empire, bruv. That's not happening, fam. And it's like, it just it weren't as epic in that moment. Do you know what I'm saying? They had everything there in terms of the fighting, the bombs, the emotional thing. Everything's actually there. But I don't know, like, why it doesn't feel as, do you know what I'm saying, as impactful as episode 6.
Episode 6 is too mad.
Yeah, I'm going to go with 3.5. I just like the way it ended, and it's a start of something that's making me look forward to the next season. Obviously, I'm happy how Cassian Andor ended up. Like we've mentioned before, it was up and down throughout the season. We finally got to that resolution of like, okay, this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do, and we're gonna go from there. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, and also, it seems like there's gonna be more teams as well, because he rescued that girl. So that's one of the people with one of the sisters, the jet off.
Which one?
You know when he rescued the girl with his brethren, and then it was one of the sisters that's part of the
oh cool yeah.
So he jets them off, and then obviously, so they because they're already part of this, they're gonna go one way. Cassian obviously joins the collector, goes one way. The guy who the ginger guy who from the beginning I was like, yo, I can't wait for this guy to get with her. And I remember the episode they got together, and I was like, and she dismissed him. I was like, raw. It was. I wouldn't say it was disappointing, because that's something that I wanted. That's something that I projected. But being like coming through today, that he's the one who saves her, and she's like, yo, I should say thank you, and he's like, nah, you don't have to. Like, I think that's the moment of realization where she's like, okay, I need this guy in my team. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even when she's reporting back, she's on comms with the general on the other side, and everybody's in the room, and she's like, no, we should be doing this. They're going back and forth, and it's like, well, give me results, and we'll get this done, innit? So I like that. So it's a 3.5 from me, and it's a 3.5 from Marsh to you. Next thing you need to do is jump in the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Also, the full watch along is on patreon.com/cybernerds. Join the Sith Academy, where we're currently also watching the Tales of Jedi, which was a madness, but it's very, very peak.
Tales of the Sith is what that series should be. It should be called Tales of the Sith, and they should just eradicate the first episode. Patreon will have all the answers for you.
Exactly.
Enter that holocron.
Until next time, I'm Raven the GS.
Mr. Bliss there.
J1 further the Cyber Nerds.
Peace.